Welcome to Creativity and Soul Tarot. Please remember these are general readings, so take what you like and leave the rest. Details for a personal reading are in the description box below, and always remember you are your own best guide. Hi Capricorn, and welcome to your November 2018 general reading. I meditate on the sign and shuffle the cards before we get started, so let's just jump in. All right, Capricorn, and the placement of the card that represents you is the Ace of Wands, which is all about new projects, new way of life, something new coming in. So you're in the space of some kind of something new here that's coming in or going on. You're being surrounded by the energy of the Five of Cups, which is basically crying over spilled milk. And I tend to think of this card as focusing on what you don't have rather than changing direction and seeing what you do have, because there are two cups behind the person in the card. So they're faced this way and they can see the three that are laying down, but they have their back to the two cards that are still up. So I tend to think of this as, you know, being focused on what you don't have instead of being able to focus on and being grateful for what you do have. You're being crossed by the energy of the Six of Wands, and the Six of Wands is recognition, reward, you know, people clapping for you and giving you accolades. So you're being crossed by the energy of, you know, people seeing you and recognizing you. At the base of this reading is the Chariot, and the Chariot is about movement, success through effort, working towards something, working towards your success, overcoming adversity through effort. So at the base of it, you know, in some regards, there's some effort to overcome a situation. In the immediate past back here is the Eight of Wands, and that was all fast-moving energy. So there was something going on that was a bunch of fast-moving energy that's bringing in, you know, some kind of new project or new way of life. And you know, there's a lot of good things that are, you know, that are happening here in the balance, Capricorn. You've got the, you know, new project, fast-moving energy that came in that brought in that new project. You're being recognized and applauded for that, and you use some effort to overcome. You're being crowned by the Six of Cups, which is a blast from the past. So somebody from the past coming back in, or some kind of issue from the past that's affecting things now. It can be nostalgia, being a little bit stuck in the past. It, you know, it can be a person from your past coming back in. So, you know, something to do with past issues affecting what's going on now. In the immediate future is the Five of Swords, Capricorns, and that is the sneaky card. So something sneaky going on somewhere. So I don't know if it's you or somebody else, but something that's going on that's kind of like not necessarily being shown or being known by people in the situation. It can also be, how do I want to say this? Like a hidden agenda. So it can just be that somebody has some kind of a hidden agenda going on, whether it's the other people in the situation or maybe you. I mean, maybe you have some hidden agenda about something that's going on, and it doesn't necessarily mean negative. It just means that you're not really necessarily wanting to share. So, you know, and maybe it has something to do with this situation, like you're, you know, some situation happened that you don't like. You're being surrounded by the, you know, crying over spilled milk thing. And so, you know, perhaps you've got some agenda going on about something here, or somebody else in the situation. Maybe you're crying over spilled milk because somebody else had some kind of hidden agenda going on relative to things. In any event, there's something that's not quite out in the open yet that's going on here, Cap. So just, you know, be aware. You know, forewarned is forearmed. Moving into the future here is the cards that are moving towards the energies of the future. What you're putting out to the world is that you've had some initial success here. It's the Three of Wands, which is, you know, initial success, initial accomplishment. So it doesn't mean, you know, it's not like it's the 10 where, you know, you're looking at a truck full of money, but it is some initial success through your effort. So you took some actions and got something going there. How other people are seeing the situation is the Page of Pentacles. And the Page of Pentacles is messages coming in, usually of a financial nature. So there's some kind of financial messages that are coming in here. Yeah, hopes and fears here is the Four of Pentacles. So you've got the Four of Pentacles, which can be like miserly or withholding or basically not wanting to share. And then you've got the Five of Swords, which can be hidden agendas and sneaky things going around. So there's some information you don't want necessarily out there right now, Capricorn, or there's information people don't want you to have right now, Capricorn. So, and I think it's probably relative to money. So, for some of you, remember this is a general reading, so not all things apply to all people. Take what you like and leave the rest. But for some of you, I think there's some kind of agenda going on around money, or some information about money that people don't want you to know, or you don't want people to know. Like, are you having some kind of a difficulty with money and you don't want people to know it? So is there some kind of financial hiccup going on in your life right now and you don't necessarily want people to know that that's happening? And so you're presenting a front to the world of things are fine, but in the inside world, it's a little bit tight right now. So, and no judgment about it. It's fine. I mean, totally get that. None of us like to have our financial business spread around, right? So, I mean, I personally like to have my private life be my private life. So, in any event, is there something going on here? Just, if this isn't your situation right here, Capricorn, then be aware that someone you're dealing with or some situation that you could potentially be involved in, you don't have all the information you need about the fact that maybe the financial part of it isn't as good as it looks. So whether this is you knowing this and not wanting other people to know it, or other people keeping it from you. So it could be either way. So just be aware of that. And I suspect there's probably different groups of people that it applies in different ways. So the ultimate outcome card here is the Eight of Swords, which is self-restriction is kind of how I read that card, or sometimes self-enslavement, maybe not wanting to see something in the situation. There is some clear information surrounding, but it doesn't necessarily mean that sometimes we get information that's difficult information and we're having a hard time taking it in or processing it. I have a hard time kind of contemplating what we were just told, and so that's totally understandable. Let's do a clarifier for this Eight of Swords. Let's see where we're going after the Eight of Swords. Capricorn, November 2018, give us a clarifier of, where are we headed after this Eight of Swords moment that's happening here? Where are we headed after the Eight of Swords moment? Where are we headed by that, after the Eight of Swords moment? The other thing with this Eight of Swords is being restricted by fear. So if whatever this situation is that's going on right here, it just may be causing some fear, which is causing some restriction. And so, fear will do that. It does it to all of us. So let's see where we're going to go from there, however. Let's see, where are we going from here? Capricorns, where are we going? From the Eight of Swords, let's get a clarifier. Once we get past the Eight of Swords energy, where are we headed? Where do we go from here? Where do we go from the Eight of Swords? Going into a Tower moment, Capricorn. So whatever it is that's happening here, there's something about it that wasn't built on a firm foundation. And so because whatever was happening here wasn't built on a firm foundation, something's going to have to get stripped away. And it needs to. It needs to get stripped away. So Capricorns, Remember, this does not apply to everyone, so please take what you like and leave the rest. You are your own best guide. So if this does not have any resonance with you, or even if it does, just remember that this is a general reading. So it's just picking up on some general energies that are out there. If you, would like more information on things personally for you, you can, feel free to contact me for a private reading. Happy to do that. All right, Capricorns, I want to say like, subscribe, share, comment below. You may not be feeling like you want to do that after this, but at the end of the day, forewarned is forearmed. And I know I say that a lot, but if we know something is coming, then we can make a plan for it. And also, this is the most likely outcome based on where things are now. And we had the power to do things differently to change the trajectory of things. So do not forget that all of this is just based on current energies. And this is based on general energies. So it's not even specific to each specific person. But we can take actions that change the energies and change the trajectory. So if you'd like more information, feel free to contact me for a reading, Capricorns. And I'd like for you to have had a different outcome, but have to do which direction the cards say and not make it be something else. So, all right, Caps, you're going to get a bonus reading in November because I want to see if this energy changes, which I know it will, right? So this moment's going to come and go, and then a new energy is going to emerge. So be on the lookout for a bonus reading, Capricorns, and I will talk to you again soon. For a general reading, you can email me at creativityandsoul@gmail.com or find me on the Instantgo app at Creativity and Soul. Please remember that this is a general reading, so take what you like and leave the rest. You are your own best guide.